James Garner's story begins far from the bright lights of Hollywood, in Norman, Oklahoma, where he was born in 1928 and raised during the difficult years of the Great Depression. His childhood was not easy, and those early struggles quietly shaped the grounded, relatable man audiences would later admire on screen. Losing his mother at a very young age created an emotional gap that stayed with him, while his father's efforts to provide stability often meant moving between relatives and taking on small jobs just to get by. These experiences did not harden him. Instead, they gave him a calm resilience and deep empathy that became central to his personality. Garner grew up understanding responsibility earlier than most children, learning the value of work, humility, and kindness. Long before fame found him, he had already developed the qualities that would later make him feel genuine and approachable to millions of viewers around the world. Service, discipline, and life lessons. Before acting ever crossed his mind as a career, Garner spent important years serving his country, experiences that left a lasting impression on both his character and outlook on life. Joining the Merchant Marine as a teenager and later serving in the U.S. Army during the Korean War, he demonstrated courage and determination that mirrored the quiet strength audiences would later see in his performances. Military life taught him discipline, teamwork, and the importance of integrity, values he carried into every professional and personal relationship that followed. Though the hardships of war were significant, Garner rarely spoke about them with drama or self-importance. Instead, he treated those memories with humility, often emphasizing that many others had sacrificed more. This grounded perspective kept him from chasing glamour or exaggerating heroism later in Hollywood. An unexpected path into acting. Garner's entry into the entertainment world was not carefully planned. In many ways, it happened by chance. After returning from military service, he moved to Los Angeles and worked a variety of everyday jobs, including occasional modeling and small commercial appearances. He did not attend prestigious acting schools or arrive with big ambitions. Instead, he learned by observing, listening, and gradually gaining confidence. A talent agent eventually noticed his natural ease in front of the camera, along with a quiet charisma that didn't feel forced. What set Garner apart early on was how effortlessly he came across as himself rather than trying to imitate established stars. He treated acting less like a performance and more like honest conversation, allowing authenticity to guide him. Breakthrough with Maverick. The television series. Maverick became the turning point that introduced James Garner to mainstream audiences and established his unique screen identity. Unlike traditional Western heroes who relied heavily on bravado and physical dominance, Garner's portrayal of Bret Maverick offered humor, intelligence, and reluctance toward unnecessary conflict. He often used wit instead of force, which felt refreshing during a time when tough, stoic cowboys dominated the genre. Viewers quickly connected with this different style of hero, someone clever, charming, and imperfect yet honorable. Garner's natural delivery and relaxed presence made it seem as if he wasn't acting at all, but simply stepping into situations with honesty and humor. The show's success transformed him into a recognizable star almost overnight, but it never altered his modest personality. Even as his popularity soared, he remained approachable and grounded, qualities that helped him maintain long-lasting respect within the industry and loyalty among fans. Film success and expanding horizons. Following the success of Maverick, Garner smoothly transitioned into film, proving he was far more than a television personality. Throughout the 1960s, he appeared in romantic comedies, dramas, and action-packed war films, demonstrating impressive range without ever losing his signature warmth. Whether sharing the screen with celebrated co-stars or carrying a story himself, he brought subtle emotional depth and believable sincerity to every role. Audiences appreciated that he never seemed arrogant or distant. Instead, he maintained a friendly, everyman charm that felt familiar and comforting. Critics often noted that his performances carried quiet strength rather than loud theatrics, allowing his characters to feel realistic and human. While many actors chased fame with aggressive ambition, Garner preferred steady professionalism and authenticity. This balance helped him build a film career that was both commercially successful and artistically respected, solidifying his place as one of Hollywood's most dependable leading men. Television reinvention with The Rockford Files. In the 1970s, Garner returned to television with The Rockford Files, a detective series that once again redefined the type of hero audiences expected to see. His character, Jim Rockford, was clever, humorous, and often tried to avoid violence whenever possible, relying on intelligence and negotiation rather than confrontation. This portrayal resonated deeply with viewers who appreciated a more realistic and relatable investigator. Garner's performance earned critical acclaim and awards, but what truly set the show apart was the balance of humor, suspense, and emotional honesty he brought to the screen. He performed many of his own physical scenes, despite the toll it sometimes took on his health, demonstrating dedication and professionalism. Yet even with success and recognition, he remained modest and appreciative rather than boastful. The Rockford Files strengthened his reputation as a versatile actor capable of evolving with changing times while staying true to his natural style. Later, career and timeless appeal. As the decades passed, Garner continued to appear in films and television projects that showcased his enduring appeal and adaptability. He moved gracefully into more mature roles, often portraying wise, caring, or reflective characters that mirrored his real-life demeanor. Performances in romantic dramas and heartfelt stories revealed a tenderness that audiences found deeply moving, proving that charisma does not fade when it is rooted in authenticity. Garner also became an advocate for fairness within the entertainment industry, speaking thoughtfully about creative rights and professional respect. Rather than chasing constant visibility, he selected projects that felt meaningful, allowing quality to guide his choices. His later work demonstrated that true star power is not only about youth or glamour, but about credibility, warmth, and consistency. A marriage built on loyalty and warmth. James Garner's personal life reflected the same steadiness that defined his professional reputation, particularly in his long marriage to Lois Clark. Their relationship began quickly, yet developed into one of Hollywood's most enduring partnerships, lasting nearly 6 decades. Despite the pressures of fame, demanding schedules, and public attention, they maintained a strong bond rooted in mutual respect and affection. Garner often spoke of his wife with humor and sincerity, crediting her calm nature for balancing his occasional stubbornness. Their home life was not defined by glamour, but by shared routines, laughter, and commitment. He embraced his role as a stepfather with compassion and later expressed deep pride in his own daughter, consistently placing family above industry expectations. Reflections on Randolph Scott. Throughout his career, Garner was known for avoiding controversy and speaking respectfully about his peers, which made his thoughtful reflections on fellow actor Randolph Scott particularly meaningful. Garner described Scott as disciplined, dignified, and quietly commanding, a performer who did not rely on spectacle to hold attention. He admired Scott's professionalism and calm confidence, noting that he treated everyone on set with equal respect. Rather than fueling rumors or speculation, Garner emphasized that Scott valued privacy and preferred letting his work speak for itself. This perspective highlighted Garner's own appreciation for integrity over publicity. He recognized that some personalities are reserved not out of distance, but out of authenticity. Legacy, loss, and lasting influence. When James Garner passed away in 2014, the response from fans and colleagues alike revealed the depth of admiration he had earned over decades of steady work and genuine conduct. His legacy was not defined solely by awards or box office numbers, but by the feeling he left with audiences, a sense of familiarity, honesty, and quiet strength. Those closest to him often spoke of his devotion to family and his appreciation for simple pleasures, qualities that remained unchanged despite success. His long marriage, respectful relationships, and consistent professionalism created a reputation that extended beyond entertainment into personal character. Garner's influence continues through the performances that still resonate with viewers and the example he set for aspiring actors. Talent paired with humility has enduring power,